Life.
Okay, then. We're live on Sports Today, and just like yesterday, we were bringing you such good news from Centurion with India dominating. Unfortunately, not great news that we can bring you from Centurion. It's raining heavily, or as they say in England, it's pissing down at the moment in Centurion, which means definitely you're not going to have a start on time. That's for sure. How much is it going to delay the proceedings? We can't tell you with certainty, but the amount of rain that is being reported from Centurion at the moment, it's not looking good. The weatherman says that there is 100% chance of rain. This is something that we reported yesterday as well, that there was 100% chance of rain. And for a change, the weatherman is right. Quite often they are wrong. But I think the weathermen abroad are far more
Exactly.
accurate than the weather reports in India, isn't it?
Exactly. Especially in England, South Africa, Australia, they know exact.
Their satellites are better.
Yes. And what they forecast as far as these kind of rain and everything is concerned. So as Nikhil said, it's raining. The start of day 2 of the Centurion test is going to be delayed, but it's highly unlikely that we are going to see any play today. So you'll
Full day, are you already disappointing the fans who are joining? You think full day no play? Never know.
no. What is your weatherman saying there?
No, they are saying 100% chance, but I'm hoping for there will be areas or times in the day where the rain will subside, and because the grounds abroad have such great.
It's raining.
Okay, what's this? Raining 10 a.m. right now. Also, it's raining 90%,
10 a.m.,
90%. 12 also p.m. 80%, 90% at 1 p.m.
No possibility.
No, only by. Okay, so just to give you an idea, it's around 9:30 a.m. there, or closing in on 10 a.m. there, and from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. there is, for every hour, 90% chance of a rain. It's saying
Yes.
every hour almost 90%. Sometimes it's 100%. The only time it subsides, it falls down to 60% chance of a rain, is late in the day at 5 p.m., by which time obviously the light will be an issue. So as things stand right now, it's not looking good. We may not get any play at all in Centurion.
So all those who are waiting for maybe a 50 or a century from Ajinkya Rahane may have to wait.
Double century from KL Rahul.
Exactly, double century from KL Rahul. You might have to wait for another day, day 3. But India, as they ended the opening day, the first day, at 272 for 3. They've taken the first day honors, and hopefully, I remember yesterday somebody was mentioning that India would now look to play just that one innings. They would like to score so many runs so that they don't have to bat again. So that's going to be 272, possibly 450. But Nikhil, to counter that remark or comment, Nikhil came up with that 2006 tour of South Africa, when Wasim Jaffer scored a century and India scored 414 or 420 odd
411, I think.
411 runs in their first innings, batting first, and eventually they lost by 5 wickets. But if the entire day's play is washed out, one thing is sure, India may not be in that position to lose this match. Secondly, a great opportunity. India, if this match ends in a draw, India will also lose an opportunity to go one up in the series.
True, but the other thing is, we mustn't forget that in foreign conditions, we've seen you've often had 1 day washed out, 1.5 day washed out, and still got a result. So that is one good thing that you see in these conditions. So if let's say today's entire day is washed out as the weatherman is predicting, let's assume that it is. Still, you've got 3 more days of play, and that's enough to have the remaining innings being played. We know that for sure. Prashant Sharma had a comment. I'll just quickly take that comment. Rahul, he said that it's raining in Centurion, and he's joining us from Belgrade, and he's saying it's raining there as well. And let me add to that, Prashant, it was raining here in Delhi NCR also yesterday. Full day it kept raining. It's very unusual
And it
in
was
winters.
only at around 10:30 Nikhil realized when somebody told him that
That it's raining. See, that is how much we're working for them. We are only watching the match. We don't even know what's happening outside. Full day.
You had teased yesterday that today you're going to pick an 2021 Test 11.
Absolutely. We are going to do that a little later in the day. And why also? perfect day for us to do it, because if there is going to be no play, that will give us a lot of time to pick that 2021
Your
World 11. So I will look at your comments here if you have any suggestions. Also, you could tweet us your suggestions of who you think should be the team.
Okay, your friend OK Bear, in fact, he's saying please make an all-time World Test 11 of last 30 years.
Some other day.
Some other day. Today,
we can.
just for it would be our year-ender sort of a program where your inputs will.
How can they send their inputs to
So
us?
you have three options. Nikhil Nas is Nikhil's Twitter handle. You can just send in your
Suggestions.
11.
Yeah.
Or Rawat Rahul 9 is my Twitter handle. You can send me your 11 as well. And also Sports Today is our Twitter handle. Please tag Sports Today and all time 11 and just send us. Let's see.
Can we fix? I think around 5 p.m. we'll do it. And also to remind our viewers that we will be doing it, we'll put out a tweet on Sports Today official, and we'll both retweet it at what time we're going to do it. So roughly around 5 p.m. is what we're looking at. You can all join us live. We'll try and have more people. Why just two, maybe 3-4
Yes.
people we can have, and then have everyone's opinion, and then pick our 11.
And also you have to stay tuned to Sports Today because we are going to come up with a big breaking that's regarding the ODI series that India has to play after the 3-test series. So that's going to be so you'll have to watch this space
Around
for that.
3:30 p.m., like
for that.
around lunchtime.
So you already have
I'm saying,
so you already
can you
have
do it?
Yes, sure,
Around
sure.
3:30. So see, even if there is no play, we still have a lot to offer on Sports Today for all you guys, because one, as Rahul mentions, we have a big story for you, exclusive story for you on Sports Today with regards to the Indian team selection for the ODI series. That news will be exclusive here. Very important news. Around 3:30 p.m. is when we'll try and give you that news.
I think by 2ish because
We can do it? Okay.
Yes. So
We'll put a story out on our YouTube channel also,
Sure.
at what time we are going live, so viewers can join us for that.
sure, definitely.
can do that.
And
Can you give us a hint?
no, it's regarding the ODI selection because I was expecting the squad to be out either today or tomorrow. So I think there's going to be a delay of a couple of days, and let's see the possibilities.
Okay, so with regards to that, and I'll give you one hint that the biggest talking point with ODI selection has been Rohit Sharma. Now, whether he is going, whether he's not going, what happens in all of that scenario, that is something that we'll touch upon. But that's going to come your way in the afternoon. Big story that will come on Sports Today. The big story right now is that it's raining very heavily in Centurion.
In fact, Nikhil, your namesake Nikhil Singh is saying England are 4 down in only 12 overs. What's your opinion?
What is the opinion to give there? I mean, it's for everyone to see. They're battered and bruised. We have discussed this earlier that they've only gone in with 2 batsmen in Joe Root and Malan, or I would say 1.5 batsmen. One is Joe Root and half in Malan. With that sort of a batting lineup, you can't work. Ben Stokes is looking a shadow of himself, especially after that break that he's taken. No other match winners with them. The openers look very vulnerable. All in disarray at the moment, I think. And and we spoke about it, Rahul. Remember the last Test match? Joe Root said that no, we'll try and make a comeback. Now it's all over. The Ashes are done and dusted.
I think they're just waiting for this tour to end. It seems their body language, nothing is going right for them. On the other hand, the way Australia, you have to give credit to somebody like Mitchell Stark or their bowling attack. But yes, I think Joe Root is perhaps his captaincy is nearing its end.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Because it's raining in Centurion, a lot of people, of course, are disappointed, as we are, because we were looking forward to maybe a double 100 by KL Rahul, a 50 by Ajinkya Rahane, who knows, 100 by Ajinkya Rahane. But I'm just going to reiterate that even if today's full day is washed out, don't be disheartened, because we've seen it in the past in foreign conditions. 4 days are more than enough to give you a result. So a result could still be on the cards. Rahul, you mentioned about that 2006 tour. Because people were asking how much should India look at. I was listening to the interview yesterday by Lungi Ngidi right after the day's play, and he said that we are, like, for us, less than 350 we'll be confident, more than 350 India will be confident. That was the target I think both teams must have had in mind. I'll give another example. Last year in December, Sri Lanka were there in South Africa
South
to play a
Africa.
test series in Centurion. Sri Lanka got 390 plus in the first innings
Just
and
Karuna
went on to lose the match
went on to lose. Yes.
despite getting 390.
So-
So nothing is safe.
So, one team also has to play really, really bad, and for that, India has the kind of bowling attack that is required. Because, and you also need to understand that 2006, what was the batting lineup that South Africa had? They had Graham Smith opening with AB de Villiers, Hashim Amla at one down, Jacques Callis at number 4, then 5 would be
Ashwell Prince, and he was in the form of his life.
So imagine, and this batting and this Indian bowling. So India would, despite the fact that even if this entire day is washed out, I think India would still fancy their chances. And if you are saying that we are waiting for a double hundred from KL Rahul,
Yeah.
possibly 50
He was
or
looking good for that.
possibly 50 or 100 from Rahane, then you are looking at a score in the vicinity of around 500, and 500 might be sufficient for this Indian bowling attack to bowl South Africa out twice.
Yeah, absolutely. One, the Indian bowling attack, and the other, the fragile-looking South African batting. Though we discussed this earlier that their batting is up until number 8 till 9 till Kagiso Rabada. They have decent batsmen there, but inexperience. So that counts for a lot. Let's take a lot of questions because people are joining in. Okay, for those of you who just joined, again a reminder, we will have a big breaking story for you on Sports Today. We'll break that live maybe in an hour or 2 hours from now. Follow our Twitter handle to know the update. We'll also put a story on YouTube here, so you'll have an idea at least half an hour in advance that yes, we're going to be coming up with that news, so you can join us live. The next live we'll do will be on that big breaking story. Just to take a few questions, Arjun Bahari says, if Rahane scores a century, will he retain his place in the next series? Yeah, why not? I mean, in the 3 test match series, if you get 100,
What is the next series that India is going to play?
I'm not too sure, but it'll be a home series, I'm guessing.
I think it's going to take some time for the next series.
Who is the biggest threat South African batsman for India? Let's start with Elgar, the captain, very experienced, 69 odd test matches. So he's that experienced guy. The other one that I really like is Adam Markram. He's been in good form leading up the last series that South Africa played. He was their standout batsman. And we've seen him in white ball cricket also doing very well. The other guy who looks like a test batsman but is doing very well in white ball cricket will of course bring that form here is Van der Dusen. So he's another man to watch out for. Quinton de Kock, you can never take him lightly. He's that guy, if he's going to bat at 6, can take the game away with just one innings of his, like, almost Adam Gilchrist like, you could say. So plenty of batsmen there to watch out for.
And traditionally we've seen that tail has usually troubled India a lot. So that is perhaps one of the reasons why I would pick Quinton de Kock, because he can bat with the tail, and in fact in recent past he's done well batting with the tail, and he can change the momentum of the match anytime.
Okay, there's a question for you, Rahul. Do you think lower middle order is concerned in this series because Jadeja is not there? Good question. Nikhil again. Yeah, the name is
Nikhil,
good, so
yes.
the question has to be good.
Imagine, I remember Virat was asked this question a couple of series ago, that is middle order a problem, because we rely a lot on our lower middle order. But yes, as you mentioned, yes, even I think so. But lower middle order, what would be your lower middle order? I think after Rahane is your lower middle order.
No, you can't call. Yeah, I mean, you can say lower middle order. You're counting Pant there.
Yes.
He could be a middle order now that you're playing a batsman less.
Yes. So you can say that after that, but Rishabh Pant would be interesting to see how he bats, considering the situation that the match is in at the moment. A day's play is going to be washed out, it seems.
So someone has, because you
Please.
spoke about the rain, someone messaged there saying that the rain has stopped. But let me just tell you that even if the rain may have stopped, just a reminder that there's a lot of water which is already, I'm just reading the latest report for there. So there are puddles already on the covers that have been put. Though I'm getting to hear that the pitch will still be dry. So there's no issue of water seeping in into the pitch. That will be dry, but there is still water on the covers, water around the pitch area or the square. So that will obviously take time to clear. Of course, I have to give it to a lot of these foreign countries where they've got great super soppers and all at play, so
Their
they can
drainage
dry
system is
thing fast. But the unfortunate news is that even if it is stopped raining now, from now till 5 p.m. their local time, as we were telling you, we became weathermen a short while ago. There is a 90% chance of rain every hour. So the rain may stop for half an hour. By the time you try
right.
and dry it, it'll come back again.
Exactly. Sarvesh, you'll have to watch the space. Sarvesh is saying, sir, Rohit Sharma became captain because of IPL, but by that logic, KL Rahul should be the last man to become vice captain. I didn't understand this question.
Let me see that again. Rohit Sharma became captain because of IPL, but by that logic, he should be the last man to be. Oh, so he's saying that captaincy was given to Rohit Sharma because of IPL. So he thinks that KL's captaincy in IPL hasn't been great. I don't know whether his captaincy has been great or not great. I think he's not been bad, not been great either, but not been bad. But I think it has reflected poorly because the team hasn't played well. But if you were to take a look at that Kings 11 team, or Punjab Kings now as they are called, the team also wasn't great. So I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
You
I
don't
think I think they had a good team to start with. It is just that gradually, when we go deeper into the tournament, then we realize, oh, it's not a good team. They had Mayank Agarwal, KL Rahul, two of the leading run scorers in the IPL for the last 2 seasons. They're batting together. They have somebody like Chris Gale. Of course, he didn't get
Not
those
the
many
same Chris
not
Gale,
the
yeah.
same Chris. I completely agree. So Nicholas Pooran. So they had somebody. They had these local talents also. So I thought they were not a bad team, but yes, KL Rahul, I would also agree. But still, we have to see that he's a work in progress, and also he's not been handed captaincy. He's not been handed India's permanent captaincy. He's been groomed. You have to understand, if you're a younger player in the team, you're handed vice captaincy, so you are being groomed as maybe a future captain. I'm not saying possibly, maybe. After a couple of years, after 2023 World Cup, maybe you look at KL Rahul as your full-time captain, or Rishabh Pant for that matter.
Okay, I'm going to give some good news to everyone who's joining us, and this news comes directly from there. Our friend Anand Basu is there in South Africa covering the series. He says the rain has stopped, which we mentioned. The super stopper is out, started the process of drying. It's brightening up also, he's saying. That's a good news. The clouds are clearing, it's brightening up. And he says the local people there tell him that the weather in south of Centurion is better. So usually the rain clouds or whatever comes from the south, he says, and it's brightened up there. The locals are telling him. So the suggestion is that because it's brightened up in south of Centurion, from where the clouds come, there is some hope. So the weatherman might still be wrong. But then again, this is satellite prediction versus local knowledge prediction.
Right.
Either one could be right or wrong. But all I'm saying is, for us, there is hope.
Exactly.
This is some good news that has come after the weather report that we read, which said that rain full day. But the latest I'm giving you, this is from Centurion, from a journalist who's present at the ground at the moment. He said it's, firstly, the rain has stopped. Secondly, it's clearing up. The skies are clearing up, so there are not too many clouds. And thirdly, the locals there in South Africa are telling him that the weather, the rain that comes from the south of Centurion, that side it's cleared up. So the prediction is that the rain may not last for very long. That's great news.
Okay, so I'll just take 3 comments. One, Uday Garg is saying, now do you understand the importance of Ajinkya Rahane? Jay Kothadia.
But did you see Sports Today yesterday? Weren't we talking about the importance of Ajinkya
Even
Rahane?
day before yesterday.
Or day before? Yeah.
Jay Kothadia is saying Shardul Thakur should be played in every format. Your take on this guy. And then Dhanush is saying in home tests. So he has a logic behind this. In home tests, Shreyas should play. In away tests, Rahane. Because Shreyas plays spin better than Rahane. That's what he thinks.
No, but you can't do that. Now, I'm just saying you get one batsman to play in the tougher conditions, and then when you have to play in slightly more friendlier conditions at home, you tell him, no, now you sit. That won't be fair to anyone, and won't be fair to Shreyas also. He
That's
will also
what we
be.
do with Hanuma Vihari, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But we call that out and say it's unfair, no? Don't we say that? Like when he was dropped for that home series. We said that even he deserves a chance. You use him when the conditions are tough or the situation demands. Then when the home test comes, you send him somewhere else, or you don't even think of sending him anywhere else. You get other players to groom. That's not fair on anyone.
What is happening with him is very. Yeah.
Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Sorry, guys. If we lost the connection there, this is something beyond our control.
So I was saying, with Hanuma Vihari, it is similar to what happened with Kuldeep Yadav. He picks in that 2018-19 series, he picks a 5-wicket haul in Sydney. That match ends in a draw. India wins the series, and then he never got to play a Test cricket. He did play after a long time, I think, in the home series. And Hanuma Vihari's last innings was played on that helped India save that Sydney Test. So
many body blows on his body.
And he's still not played a Test, and he got an opportunity. There was open opportunity for him to be included, and for you to reward him. And to play him at home, but you chose not to pick him.
Absolutely. Okay, our internet is back. Satej says you guys have been running an agenda against Jinx. Satej, have you been? Are we back? Are we back?
Yes, I think it's. Yeah, so you will have to give a clarification to this. Otherwise,
yes, I will. Just that.
Perception.
Yeah. If our friends there can tell us. Are we on? Yes, we are on. Okay.
The connection is still patchy.
Connection is patchy.
Pixelation is there.
Pixelation is okay. Nobody wants to see our faces. They just.
But you still have to clear.
Yes, Satej ji, who said that we are running an agenda against Ajinkya Rahane. You said, I think you're confusing us with someone else, or you're confusing our channel with somebody else's, or you're confusing players. I don't know, but we definitely are not running an agenda, because go and see a preview to this test match. I don't think anyone spoke and said that Ajinkya Rahane could be part of the playing 11 like we did. Many had assumed that he is not going to be part of that playing 11. So first thing, I think we were the only one who said he could be part of the playing 11. There is a good chance he could be, and he should be, because if you want to give him whether you want to keep him or you want to remove him, you decide now, but give him a fair chance and give him a run in South Africa. So we have discussed it on multiple occasions that he should be. So I think you're confusing us with somebody else.
And Nikhil is the most neutral person or a journalist that you'll ever find.
So are you.
I don't know. At times,
People think you're not.
It's all about perception. And I remember, a few days back I was saying that, we'll have to see Shreyas Iyer against the short ball, because we've seen
that was a very valid point.
in the past that, the
in IPL only.
Short pitch deliveries have troubled Shreyas Iyer. At that point in time, I remember somebody, in fact, told me that you are running an agenda against Shreyas Iyer. So that's not the case, my friend. We just stating facts.
Exactly.
And, Rishikesh Kanetkar, India's next batting coach. I think Rishikesh Kanetkar is with the India under 19 team.
He thinks next India coach.
Next India
batting coach.
Vikram Rathore. You want to replace Vikram Rathore? He's just been appointed.
Now the team is doing well now.
Yep.
Rahul.
And fortunately, our batsmen are doing well in foreign conditions.
Yeah.
But it's the same set of batsmen who are doing well.
I have just to divert a bit. I've played a couple of games against Rishikesh Kanetkar. So we were playing club cricket, my club against him, and we had a very quick fast bowler. Okay, and this is when Kanetkar had played international. Yes, but he would still play domestic like club cricket.
Yes.
So this young bowler we had, he was quick, bit wavered, and he used to be a very hot-headed guy. So Kanetkar, he got a more excited international batsman. So I was in the slips. He would bowl him a quick ball and sledge him, go and sledge him. Imagine he's an Indian cricketer, Rishikesh Kanetkar, and of course this is also a good, decent club team, but he never used to say a word back. Never said anything back, no matter who the guy, and he would keep try to figure out never a word back.
On the ground also.
But batted the whole day. Just let me tell you, made us pay for that by
on
batting.
The ground, he's always looked very, very, calm, not filled with those antiques and in
Nothing,
good.
nothing.
And there was one strange thing that I don't know if you've ever noticed it, the way he used to hold his bat. He was a left-hander.
Yeah.
Normally, a left-hander will have his grip, his right hand will be above
the-
your
yeah,
left
yeah,
hand.
yeah.
So his would be this is how this is
Oh,
how
I
he used to
can't.
bat. And I just couldn't figure out how is it possible.
Yeah, that's really tough. Something that I didn't notice.
Ah,
Even though he must field the whole day.
It's raining again.
Oh, bad news, guys. It's raining again, unfortunately. That's what we told you, that it is going to be raining. But listen, again, I'm saying this again and again. We have plenty for you lined up through the day. So even if there is no test match, we have plenty for you lined up. We have a big breaking news coming from India's, ODI team that we will give you in an hour or so. A very important news break only on Sports Today. And the other big story we'll have, or it's not a big story, but an analysis.
Engaging story. rather.
Engaging discussion. We'll pick the best World 11, Test 11 for this year, calendar year 2021, where we'll have more people joining us. You can also chip in with your comment, and we'll do that also live with all of you. That will be towards the evening.
Okay, sir, network and mic issue again. So, Ayush, I think there is some issue. It's not with the microphone, it's with the internet here.
Yeah.
So, what we are going to do is
Wrap this up
wrap
now.
this up, and we'll be back soon. Soon, when I say soon, we'll be back soon. Maybe
hour or so.
maybe
even early.
less than an hour. So we have an important now. Suddenly, when we're about to go, there's a super chat. It says only Saeed Anwar and KL Rahul are two Asian openers to score a Test century in England, Australia, South Africa. Is it so difficult to score there?
I mean, you've
Yes.
answered your question in that chat itself. It is definitely going to be tough for anyone to do that. It is a alien condition, and I think why. I mean, and I'm sure all of you know why that is the case is because the conditions in Asia are slow and low. You're born and brought up on that. You become, front foot players naturally. That becomes, your natural game. As soon as you go abroad, completely different condition. And much like how, Australians or the Englishmen
Exactly.
struggle against spinners here in India, and they say, what is happening? Something that our club level batsmen can play, that kind of
Yes.
spin bowling. Sometimes the international batsmen struggle. Who better than Ricky Ponting as an example, who was outstanding everywhere, but came to India against spinners would struggle.
Yes. Harbhajan Singh at that time, the
Yeah.
peak of his.
Rishabh Pant should open in white ball cricket, free flowing batsman. Harry Fantastico. I had said this about a year ago in one of our videos that we made somewhere else
ODIs
on a
also,
different
I think.
in white ball cricket only, because you're looking for how to make the team, how to fit in so many batsmen. At the time, I had suggested that Rishabh Pant to open may not be a bad option. But that is a chat that we'll have in detail for some other day. For the now moment, we will have to wrap up. But thanks so much for joining us, all you lovely people. Again, before we go, a reminder, subscribe to Sports Today and click on that bell icon, and that's when you'll get to know all these goodies that we are promising you through the day, whether it is that breaking news, whether it's that best 11 of 2021 World 11. You'll only get to know we go live once you press that notification bell icon. That's when you'll get a notification that we are going live, so you will not miss an update from us. So please do that.
And we are waiting for your Test 11 for 2021.
Hi to Rajat. Hi, lovely to see you. Keep joining us on Sports Today.
So